Hi, loves. Come over to the Insight Timer app. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Feel free to say hi and where you are in the world. And we'll get started in a few moments. While we wait, let's do our sound test. So I'm standing back here. And if the correct mic is turned on, you should be able to hear me clearly from back here. And let's do a little test with the level of the volume. So we're going to have some music for today's practice. So can you hear my voice clearly? How is it with the volume of the music? I might even skip forward in the song a little bit so we can hear how loud it's going to get. So how is that volume? As always, I like to make sure it's not too loud because some of us don't enjoy music during practice, but how is that sounding? Can you hear me clearly? How's the level of the music? Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Okay, great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So grateful to be together. Thank you all for choosing to be here so we can practice together. All right. So, let me just get on a little more mellow track here. We're listening to a royalty-free royalty-free mix today with my brother Soul Rising's music and his brother DJ Taz Rashid's music. Couple of the royalty-free things mixed in there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great gratitude to you. For anyone that I'm meeting for the first time, my name is Selena Layel. This is a Vinyasa yoga asana session, yoga postures, the physical practice of yoga. Of course, yoga is so much more than just the physical postures. Yoga is this many thousands and thousands of years old roadmap to guide us home to ourselves, the oneness of all of life and creation. And we use the physical postures to take care of the physical body, nourish, strengthen, detoxify, and also to move energy through the different energetic systems of the body. So many benefits. So, as always, this is listed as an intermediate session. I invite everyone to be here as you wish. It just means that I won't be breaking down the cues in detail. Well, some in detail, but some not in so much detail. So if you're unfamiliar with what I'm saying, if there's anything that just doesn't feel comfortable for you, if you are unsure, if you just don't want to do something, this is all for you. Yes. So rest as you need, modify as you need. Just watch if something I'm saying is unclear to you. There's no need to force yourself in this practice. Yes, sometimes we may need to wake up a little more fire. Sometimes we need to back off and let that fire go. Let this be for you. Let's see what else. We have a group here on the app. Love Heals All. Everyone is warmly welcome to join us. I just shared a little bit on forgiveness today in our group. Someone was asking about Why is it if I know how to forgive, why is it so difficult for me to forgive? Or if I know how, if I know why it's so good for me, why is it so difficult? So I shared a little bit about that this morning for me. Um, and let's see here. My new self-love course is live. You can find that on my profile page. Today is our last live session until December 21st. We will not be practicing asana together until mid-January. So let's enjoy this time together. And if you're not in the mood for enjoying, no issue. Let us just be together in this space of wherever we are. Yes, we don't need to always try to be happy or try to be different than we are. Can we practice meeting ourselves just where we are today with curiosity, compassion, kindness, acceptance? Okay. So thank you again for your presence. Thank you for your donations. If you're not here on Insight Timer, I warmly welcome you to join us on the Insight Timer app so that we can practice together. All right. Invite to have any props you like, blocks, blankets, bolsters, anything that serves you during your practice, and use them freely as you wish. Let's start by coming down to the back. Bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet on the mat. Place one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Our 60-minute practice begins now. If you need to leave early, I invite you to take at least a few minutes in Shavasana to give yourself that integration and rest at the end of your practice. Start to deepen your breath, and as you inhale, feel the back body pressing down into the earth, the front body lifting up, and as you exhale, feel your body settling a little more. Slow, deep breaths. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest expand. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly soften in. Really bring your mind to this moment. Feel the body, the sensations of breath. Feel emotion, whatever is present. And now set your intention, set your sankalpa for today's practice. And as always, your sankalpa may be for you personally, and it may be for others. Breathe that in deeply, feel it in your heart. Beautiful. Open the eyes. I'm going to start by waking up through the core and the back body. So feet are hip distance apart. Turn the toes in slightly. Draw the navel toward the spine. Press the low back down into the mat. Keep the gaze looking up at the ceiling. And again, friends, as always, if there's something that goes wrong with our sound or anything else, just throw in a bunch of emojis in the chat and I'll look over and see and come over and adjust whatever's going on. Arms alongside the body, palms face down. Press into the feet. Lift the glutes, lift the spine up. Again, the gaze stays up toward the sky. The head position stays up. Really activate the glutes here. Lift a little higher. And then slowly lower down. Press into the feet. Lift yourself up again. And lower. We'll do this a few more times. Waking up the muscles to support us through our practice. Wonderful. Come all the way down onto the back again. Keep the left leg bent. Extend the right leg up to the sky. Flex the foot. Draw the navel toward the spine. Press the low back down into the mat. Lower the right leg. Hover it just above the floor. And then exhale to drive the leg back up. Lower it down. Take your time. Exhale, drive the leg back up. So we inhale to lower. Exhale with a little more intention, maybe a little more strength. Bring that leg back up. And as always, you can go at a pace that works for you. It doesn't have to be mine. Let's bend the right leg, plant the foot down, extend the left leg up to the sky, flex the foot, draw the navel in, press the low back down. Inhale to lower, hover the foot. Exhale to drive the leg back up. So we lower a little more slowly, and then we exhale with a little more strength and velocity. Relax the jaw, the face, the shoulders. Really focus the intention on the core here, rather than letting the upper body do the work for you. One more. Actually, I think it's two more. Well, now one more. Beautiful. Bend the leg, bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to fall out wide, gentle pulse in the hips here. Wonderful. Bring the knees together, roll over onto one side. Let's come up to all fours. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. I have this funny thing on my foot trying to push a bone back into place. It's unsticking here. Okay. Lift the fingers, spread them wide, root back down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Draw the navel toward the spine. Extend back through the right leg. Kick your left leg out to the left a little. Roll to the inner edge of the right foot and then maybe reach the sole of the foot down for the mat. Bring the weight into the left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, extend the arm over the ear. Nice side body stretch here. Keep pressing down into the left hand to lift up out of the left shoulder. Feel the shoulders pulling away from the ears. Nice long stretch. Inhale, reach the right arm all the way up, circle it all the way back down. Bring the knee and the foot in. Rock your hips side to side. Second side. Extend back through the left leg. Kick the right leg out a little to the left. Roll to the inside of the left foot. Maybe the sole of the foot reaches down. Weight in the right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, maybe the arm comes over the ear if that feels good. Lift up out of the bottom shoulders. Shoulders pull away from ears. Breathe deeply. Relax the jaw. Inhale, reach that arm up, back, and all the way down. Bring yourself back to all fours, center. Rock the hips a little side to side. Walk the hands far forward. Keep the hips high. Melt the heart down. Relax the head down. Maybe the forehead touches the mat. Draw the navel toward the spine. If the arms are straight, relax them down away from the ears. Slow, deep breaths. Beautiful. Walk the hands in. Bring the hands just in front of the shoulders now. So they're still in alignment with the shoulders, but they're further forward. Again, lift the hands, spread the fingers wide, root back down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Creases of the wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Draw the navel toward the spine. So rather than dipping down here, we start to engage the core, lengthen the lumbar spine, tuck the toes under, press the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend one knee at a time, reach the opposite heel back, move side to side. Keep rooting down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Shoulders pull up away from the ears. Beautiful. Bend your knees, press your chest back toward your thighs, draw your navel toward your spine. Really start to open the chest here. Stay where you are with the arms. Lower your knees. Hover the knees just a couple of inches above the mat. And then extend the legs. Keep the knees bent, but lift the hips. Lower down. Hover the knees. Hug the navel in here. Really strong core supporting us. And lift up. Beautiful. Roll up onto the balls of the feet. Let that roll move all the way through the spine to roll you into a high plank. Hug the navel in, and then we'll exhale to press ourselves up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, roll through the spine. Exhale, press yourself back. Wonderful. 2 more times. Inhale to roll. Beautiful, strong body, waking up. Last time. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees and start to walk small step at a time all the way up to the hands. Feet are hip distance apart, big toes point forward. Draw the navel toward the spine. Bend the knees. Let the arms and upper body hang really heavy here. Rock the weight into the heels, hug the navel in, and then slowly press yourself up. Roll up the spine 1 vertebra at a time. Upper body stays really limp here as you rise all the way up. Crown of the head is the last thing to rise up. Beautiful. Palms touch at the heart. Recall your sankalpa. Feel that inside. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, bow through center. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Fingertips to shins, weight in the toes, shoulders pull back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back. High plank. From high plank, you can lower down onto the knees or move through chaturanga to move through your vinyasa. Cobra, pubic bone stays rooted, or this, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, thighs are completely up off of the mat. Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 slow, deep breaths. Hug the navel toward the spine. Root down to the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Keep the knees bent if the heels are not comfortably touching the mat. Press the chest back toward the thighs. Inner elbows roll forward. A lot of little cues we can play with here. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Press into the feet. Option to bend the knees as you inhale and rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lengthen. Exhale, bow through center. Option to bend the knees again. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Shoulders back, long arms. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step. Or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Thighs are off the mat. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Shoulders pull up away from the ears. If your heels are comfortably touching the mat, gently pull them apart to activate the legs. Crown of the head reaches toward the fingertips. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Bring the big toes to touch. Heels are slightly apart, preparing for Utkatasana, chair pose. Palms touch. Inhale, reach the arms up. Sink the hips back and down. Weight in the heels. Utkatasana. Draw the navel toward the spine. Lift the chest. Drop your tailbone down a little. Nice, everyone. Palms touch at the heart. Cross left elbow over right knee if possible. Look down at your knees. If your left knee is popping forward, pull it back in space. Beautiful. From here, lengthen the spine. And we don't have to go into the full depth of the twist here. We're still warming the body up. So if you know you can twist deeper, it doesn't mean that it's time for that. Yes, sometimes it's nice to start slowly. I know I can bring my hands to the center of my chest, but that's too much of a strain for my body this early. Bring the weight over into the right foot, and then as gracefully as you can, step the left leg back to bring yourself into a lunge. The back heel is lifted. Ah, beautiful. You can always release that back knee down. Again, lengthen the spine. Beautiful. Relax the jaw and breathe here. Lovely. Lovely. Inhale, reach the arm center. Rise all the way up, straighten the front leg. Back heel is still lifted. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale. Exhale, turn the palms forward. Sink down into the front knee. Open the elbows wide, maybe a baby back bend. Inhale, rise up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the front knee, open the chest, open the palms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink down. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Beautiful. Lower the back knee if it's not already. Release the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Begin to straighten the arms if possible. Open the chest. Drop your tailbone down. Sink your hips forward. Beautiful. Drop the shoulders down. Breathe deeply. Release the hands. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, touch down, lift the back toes, step the right leg back, high plank, lower down as you wish, or just come to downward facing dog if you'd prefer not to move through that vinyasa transition. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Big toes touch, heels are slightly apart. Inhale, reach the arms up, sink the hips down. Utkatasana, draw the navel in, lift the chest, release the tailbone down. Weight is back in the heels. Palms touch. Cross right elbow over left knee. Look down at your knees. If your right knee is popping forward, pull it back so it's even with the left. Lengthen the spine. Weight drops back in the heels. Relax the face, the jaw. Remember, if you ever need a rest, it's perfectly fine. Honor yourself, honor the body. Weight in the left foot as gracefully as you can. Step the right foot all the way back, option to bend the back knee and release it down. Inhale, lengthen. Can you bring your awareness into the fullness of the body? Sometimes we get hyper focused on one area. Expand your awareness. Inhale, reach the arms up, center, straighten the front leg. Exhale. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale. Exhale, palms forward, sink down. Inhale, lengthen up, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the front knee. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Keep drawing that navel in, dropping those lower ribs down. Last one. Beautiful. Release the right knee down. Interlace the hands behind the back. This time the opposite thumb is on top. Maybe straighten the arms. Inhale. Exhale, sink down. Beautiful. Release the hands. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale, touch down. Tuck the back toes under. Step the left leg back. High plank. Move through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. We'll take our integration here in Tadasana. Feet are underneath the hips. Big toes point forward. Micro bend in the knees. Crown of the head lifts up. Arms to the sides of the body. Draw the navel toward the spine. Pelvis is neutral here. Mountain pose. Lift the toes for a moment and imagine or feel that you are welcoming. You're drawing up all of this energy from Mata Gaya, from the earth, into your whole physicality, your whole being. And then relax the toes, but maintain this receptivity. Imagine that every pore of your body is open to receiving whatever you're needing right now. Maybe you feel like you're needing strength or peace or love or confidence. We always think it's about what we need from the outside world, but imagine if you felt an ocean of peace within you, you would probably meet life's challenges very differently. So let's welcome into our beings whatever we're needing right now. Imagine it is flowing into you, pouring into you. Lovely. Palms touch at the heart. Find your foot position that works for your practice. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, bow through center, option to bend the knees. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank, and then lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Come up, cobra, or upward facing dog. Make your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Hug the navel in toward the spine. Bend the right knee. Stack the hips. Lift the knee a little higher. Option to stay here or bend the left knee. Reach the right foot all the way down behind you. Flip your hips up and over. Maybe extend the left leg if that feels good. Reach the arm alongside the ear for a wild thing. Nice opening here. Inhale. Exhale, reach the right hand down. Kick your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Option to stay here, or we'll inhale and then exhale, bring the knee to the nose. High plank. Inhale up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. One more round if you wish. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, open the body. Exhale, bring the knee into the right elbow. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, and exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. We're going to move through a little bit of strength, play, balance, flow here. So let's come up, if you haven't already, hands to the hips, bend the back knee a little to drop the tailbone down, hug the navel in toward the spine, then begin to sink into the front knee and extend the left leg back. Crescent lunge here. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. You bend as much as you need. You may need a block for this if you have one on both sides. Rock the weight forward to lift the left leg, come into standing splits. Lift the left leg a little higher. So this is where we're going to start to play here. Some of you have done this before. Hug the navel in toward the spine. Bend your right knee to reach your left leg all the way back in that long lunge position. And then pivot your feet so that you move toward the left side of your mat and then all the way to the back of the mat. Lift your right heel, sink into the left knee, reach the arms up. Find yourself in your crescent lunge facing the back of the mat. And we can just take a moment here to feel this. Drop the back knee, drop the tailbone, hug the navel, and then begin to straighten the back leg. So now we find ourselves in this crescent lunge. And then again, we'll bring the hands down. You may need to step the back foot forward a little first. That's fine. Rock your weight forward. Lift the right leg, standing splits. Hug the navel in. Lift the leg a little higher. And now we're going to play with this bit of flow here. Bend the left knee. Reach the right leg back. Transition through center to make yourself into your crescent lunge at the top of the mat, and then we'll exhale to standing splits. Inhale, reach the foot back. Use this in-breath to come all the way to the back of the mat where you find yourself in your crescent lunge again. Exhale, standing splits facing the back of the mat. Inhale, move through center. Crescent lunge all the way at the top of the mat. Exhale, standing splits. So play with this flow. You can make it into a bit of a dance if you want, or just move the body in any way that feels nourishing for you. You can go as fast or as slow as it feels good. Generally, slower is better in something like this so that we're taking care of the joints. And if your breathing pattern is different than the one I suggested, no issue. Relax the jaw. And if you're still with me, one more time, facing the front. One more time, facing the back. And we will make our way all the way back to the front into our crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa as you wish. Take a deep breath in here at downward facing dog. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. One more. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Option to stay here or bend the right knee. Drop the left foot all the way behind you. Flip yourself up and over. Maybe straighten the right leg. Lift the hips up to the sky. Left arm alongside the ear. Inhale, reach the left hand down. Kick yourself up and back, three-legged dog. Option to stay here or inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, one more round if you wish. Totally optional. Lengthen up, hug the navel in. Exhale, left elbow. Last time, inhale. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands. Rise up, lower your back heel, turn your hips over to the right side of the mat. Beautiful. Nice wide stance here. Toes are turned out slightly so that the knees are moving in the same direction as the toes. Let's bend a little from side to side. Only go as deep as it feels good for your body. Excellent. Bring the weight over into the right hip, bend into the right knee, and only go as low as it feels good for you. So maybe this is where you are today. Maybe it feels safe and good on your knee, your ankle, your hip to come all the way down. Whatever feels good. Palms touch at the heart if you're here comfortably. Maybe that right arm gently presses into the inner leg. Lengthen the spine. Draw the navel in. Chin is slightly tucked. Breathe. For me, this is one of the most important stretches to release low back tension. And of course, low back tension is not all the same. It's caused by different muscles being tight or different patterns in the body. But you might try this if you have low back tension. See if it helps create some relief. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands down if you're all the way down here so we can transition to the other side. And if you're up, you can just move over to the other side. And again, only come down as low as it feels good for you. Sink down into that left knee here. Again, if you're here comfortably, palms touch. Drop the tailbone down, chin is slightly tucked. Allow a space between the teeth and the lips. Breathe deeply. If you're down low, you can use your hands to support yourself. Coming back to center, we'll all rise back up to this center position. You can rock the hips a little side to side for a moment. Beautiful. Let's heel toe the feet in a little closer here. We're going to play with Bakasana, crow pose. So let's see here. Let's actually turn our bodies so we have more space on the mat. If you're familiar with this and you just like to dive into your practice, go for it. If you'd like to follow me with the instruction, we'll play with this here. So I'm going to have my feet just a little wider than my hips to start, with my toes slightly turned out. Bring yourself down here. Now, if you can't bend this deeply in your knees, if there's any discomfort or sharp pain, then best to skip this pose for now. If you have a modification that you know of, feel free to use it. Otherwise, again, we don't ever want sharp pains. Once you're here, the knees are wider than the shoulders. And of course, there are different ways to come into this pose. This is how I get into this pose. Walk the hands far forward. They're in alignment with the shoulders. And then start to bring them back so the backs of the arms come to the insides of the knees. Once you're here, again, make sure that the hands are in alignment with the shoulders. So we don't want them too wide or too narrow. We want to use the support of our physical structure in this posture. From here, begin to bend into your elbows and maybe lift up onto your toes. This might be where you start today. You're lifting up onto the toes and then just rocking back down. You can also play with lifting one foot, hug the navel in, and then lower, lift the other foot. Make sure you're really hugging the navel in and lower. Or you can play with bringing both feet up. You can see here, for me, my knee is kind of like in the middle of my tricep, the middle of my arm. Well, you might be able to see that. I really want to see if I can tuck it closer into the armpits. So this way I have a little more support and alignment. Keep hugging the navel in. And if you're here but your elbows are really wide, play with bringing the elbows in closer, maybe even above the wrists. Make sure you're breathing. You can come up and down a few times. Feel free to play, readjust, change your position a little. And if you're complete with your play, you can just slow down your breathing, stretch in any way your body's asking. We'll be here for just a few more moments. Beautiful. Walk your hands far forward. Make your way up into downward facing dog. Hug the navel toward the spine. Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 slow, deep breaths. Find all your little cues to support the body. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful, friends. Bend the knees. Reach the hands down. Step yourself back. High plank. Lower the knees down. Step your right foot forward and then bring your right hand to the inside of the foot as you walk your right foot over to the edge of the mat. Toes are pointing forward here. So both hands are inside of the right foot now. See if you can bring the ankle below the knee. Allow your hips to sink forward. If you feel like you'd like more sensation here, you can play with bringing one or both elbows down, maybe interlacing the hands or just having the palms flat. Hug the navel toward the spine. Keep rooting down through the right foot. And of course, if you'd like to fire this up a little, left toes are tucked under. Lift the back knee. Relax the face, the forehead, the jaw, the lips. Beautiful. Lower the knee if it's lifted. If you're on your forearms, come back up to the palms. Turn your right toes out to the right and come to the outer edge of the right foot. Feel how that allows your knee to maybe drop out to the right. So now we have this wider stance. Option to stay here if this feels like your good stretching place or your maximum. If you'd like to take it a little further or play a little bit, bend your left knee, bring your weight over into your left hand, and bring your right arm back, taking a hold of the outer edge. So your right thumb is pointing up to the sky. The foot is in the, the hand is to the outer edge of the foot. And then here you can play with either kicking the foot into the hand, opening the shoulder, or maybe play with bringing the heel a little closer into the glute. you have the foot, slowly release it. Bring the right hand down. Let's all play with dropping that left hip down a little if that feels good. Kind of dropping your weight over into the left side of the body, only if that feels good. Bring your weight back into your hands evenly. Right sole of the foot comes down, toes point forward. Walk the right foot back in so it's in alignment with the hip. Right hand comes to the outside. Beautiful. Right knee comes back. Rock your hips a little side to side. If you need to just give your wrists a bit of a rest, you can peel your hand up, point the fingers down, little side to side here. And we'll move into the second side. Bring the left foot forward. Bring the left hand inside, excuse me, and walk the left hand out to the edge of the mat. Start to sink the hips forward and see maybe that the ankle is below the knee here. Breathe. Option to stay here. Now, if you'd like to go a little deeper, you can bring one or both elbows down. Keep the left sole of the foot rooted if possible. Maybe you interlace the hands if you're here on the forearms, or the palms are flat, whichever feels best. And again, you can always tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee if you'd like to fire things up here. Back of the neck is long, gaze is down at the floor, slow, deep breathing. If this knee is lifted, lower it. If you're on your elbows, come back up to the palms. And then again, roll to the outer edge of the left foot and allow the toes to fall out to the left a little. Feel how that allows the knee to also fall out to the left. Option to stay here, relax your hips forward, or if you'd like to play a little bit, bend the right knee, weight in the right hand. Reach your left hand back for the outer edge of the foot. The thumb points up to the sky. And again, here you can kick the foot into the hand or play with bringing the foot in a little closer to the glute. Wherever you are, slow your breathing down. Maybe say something kind, thoughtful to yourself. Be generous with yourself for a moment. If you have the foot, slowly release it. Bring the left hand back down. We'll all bring that left foot down and walk it back in so it's in alignment with the left hip. Left hand comes out to the side. Sink the hips forward. Lovely. Left knee comes back to meet right. Rock the hips a little side to side. And again, we can lift up, point the fingers down. Lift up, point the fingers down. This is actually a great wrist strengthening technique here. You rock the weight over into the side, go side to side, and you lift up. So you're really kind of pressing your wrist down and then lifting it up and pressing it down and lifting it up. Little circus training here. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a moment in Balasana here. You can have the knees where they are, or take them a little wider if that's preferred. Bring the big toes to touch. Sink the hips back to the heels. And as much as you can, relax the upper body down, relax the head and the neck. Let the whole body start to melt down. For some, this is a very comfortable pose, and for others, it's a very uncomfortable pose. So whatever's arising for you, can you take 5 conscious breaths? Beautiful. Slowly rise up and we'll come down to the belly. Bring the knees in closer if they're wide. We'll move into Shalabhasana, locust pose. I'm wiggling myself back here so that my forehead can comfortably be on the mat. Bring the legs closer together. Arms alongside the body with the backs of the hands pressing down. Press your pubic bone down into the mat. Keep your legs closer. Inhale, lift the upper body. Back of the neck is long, gaze is down at the floor. You can pull the shoulders back if you wish here. So we're opening the chest. Keep rooting down through the pubic bone. Lift a little higher. And you can press into the backs of the hands here for support also. One more breath here. Beautiful. Release down, one cheek to the mat. Let it all go. Feel the weight of your body sinking down. Wonderful. For our next round, I invite you to choose the same thing we just did if you're building into this pose or you just like to take it a little easier today. We'll all start by bringing the legs a little closer together if they've splayed out. The feet are relaxed. Forehead or chin comes to the mat. So the first option is for the arms to stay where they are. If you'd like to come into the full expression of the pose or a fuller expression of the pose, extend the arms alongside the ears with the with the thumbs facing up toward the sky. We will all press the pubic bone down. If you're only lifting upper body, go for it. Otherwise, we'll lift lower and upper body this time. Keep the legs closer. Back of the neck is long. Lift a little higher. Breathe. That's something we forget sometimes, yes? So breathe, lift a little higher, squeeze, open, activate. Whenever you're ready to come down, slowly come down and bring the opposite cheek to the mat. If you're still here with me, we'll hang out for 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Lower it down, opposite cheek to the mat, arms alongside the body with the palms facing up. Feel the weight of the body just melting into the earth. Let it all go. Bend the elbows, plant the palms with the fingers pointing forward toward the head. Bring your forehead to the mat, tuck your toes under, and press yourself up to all fours. Bring your wrists beneath your shoulders again, and bring your right knee all the way up to your right wrist. Walk your right foot out so that the foot is now in front of your left thigh. Tuck your back toes under, lift the back knee, and wiggle your foot back so that your pelvis comes closer to the earth. Relax the leg down. If your right hip is lifted off of the ground, I invite you to stay lifted. You can have a pillow or a bolster, a block under the hip if that's more comfortable. But let's keep the hips square here rather than dropping off on one side or the other. Let's keep the spine nice and aligned. Option to stay here, begin to walk yourself forward. And of course, if there's any pain here, sharp pain, especially in the knee, this is not the pose to do today or maybe ever for your body. So you may wish to take figure 4, reclining pigeon on the back, or any other stretch that you wish right now. Slow, deep breaths. And your next inhalation, slowly come upright if you're forward. Tuck the back toes under, bring the back knee in closer. Bring the right leg out, take a few circles with the right knee, change directions. Release the knee down and we'll move on to the second side. Left knee comes up to left wrist. Walk that foot out so that it's in front of the right thigh. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle all the way back so that we come closer with squared hips. If the left hip is lifted, keep it lifted. Place something under it if you wish. Option to stay here or begin to walk yourself forward. Slow, deep breathing. Allow a space between the teeth and the lips. See if you can consciously let go of any unnecessary gripping or clenching in the body. Recall your sankalpa. Breathe it in. On your next inhalation, slowly walk yourself up if you're forward. Tuck the back toes under to bring the back knee forward. And bring the left knee out. Take a few circles in each direction. Release the knee down, rock the hips a little side to side. Make your way onto your back. And we'll just take a few moments here for anything your body's asking for. Maybe you'd like to come into happy baby by taking a hold of the outer shins or the outer feet and taking the feet wide. Maybe you'd just like to hug the knees into the chest and rock for a few breaths. Maybe you'd like to extend the legs and take hold of the toes or the feet. Maybe you'd like to cross the arms in front of the body, whatever you're needing. Just a few more breaths here. And when you're ready, extend the legs down the mat. Take the feet wide. Toes fall out to the sides. If you have props around you or things that are touching you, you may wish to move them out of the way so you can have this experience of freedom physically. Reach your right arm out to the right, and then imagine that someone's like pulling your shoulder up, like they're lifting your arm up, and then bring your arm back down. And then do that on the other side. Reach up like someone's trying to lift you up, so your shoulder lifts maybe, shoulder blade, and then bring it back down. Palms face up. Chin is slightly tucked, so the back of the neck is long. Make any little adjustments that you need. And then close the eyes. Take one more intentional breath in and out. And then let the breath go. Let it be however it is. Feel your feet heavy, your ankles and lower legs sinking down, the knees and upper legs sinking into the earth. The glutes, buttocks, hips, the whole pelvis relaxing down. The belly, solar plexus, the chest softening, the whole back melting into the earth. The arms and hands sinking down. The neck, the head, the face relaxing. I invite you to stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to complete, feel the air moving across your skin. Deepen the breath. Slowly move fingers and toes. Inhale, reach the arms up along the ears. Exhale, take a long stretch from toes to fingertips. Bend the knees, roll over onto one side. Use your hands to press yourself up to a seat with eyes closed. Palms touch Anjali Mudra. Offer gratitude to your beloved self. We'll complete with our closing chant, offering the benefit of our practice to all beings. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Inhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. Thank you for your light. I'm so grateful for our time together. I'll miss our asana practice together. And I'll look forward to sharing this again together in mid-January. We will continue to meet for our satsangs, our community time, to be here together, to support each other, to be in this journey of awakening. So those sessions are still happening. You can check my live schedule. They'll be at different times. Easier for all of our people in the far east of me. You're west and east of me, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm so glad, Superlo. So grateful to be together. Thank you, Hannah. You can still come for the satsangs. We'll be together again, I think, on the 21st. And I think we're meeting 2 times the week before New Year's, because we'll have our regular satsang on Wednesday. And then on Friday, December 30th, I wanted to offer a workshop for us to really harness that power that we have to intentionally, consciously create our lives. So we're going to do some New Year creation on Friday the 30th. And then it's time for the celebration of the birth of this body. So I'll be taking that week to just kind of be, and then we'll be together again that second week in January. Yeah, Carmina is sharing. I found the standing split flow a bit challenging because there was a cat on my mat. Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to step on your little friend there, huh? Mm, wonderful. Yoga cat, yes. Wow. Thank you. Hi, Ola. So grateful to be here all together. Absolutely, yes. Don't we all need to be the center of attention at times? Okay. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your holidays. Be kind with yourself, be compassionate with yourself. Remember, the more compassionate we are with ourselves, the easier it is to extend that to others. And we're all just out here doing our best. I know some of us seem like we're real jerks sometimes, even ourselves included. But we're doing our best based on everything in our inner world, our outer world. So, how can we be more kind? Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support, my dear ones. I'm very grateful. Okay, so I'll look forward to seeing you on the 21st. Come join us in the self-love journey. It's so lovely to be together in that. Awaken my heart, a guide to living with self-love. Thank you for your donations, because it also supports Insight Timer being able to keep going. And come join us in our group. Love heals all. Okay, that's it. I love you. I'm so grateful to you and for you. And if you want to stay connected and just stay up to date with what I'm doing in the world and ways for us to be together, you can always come to that link that's on my profile page or DM me. Okay. Thank you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Love you so.